After the loving,
Oh my God.
I brush back the hair from your eyes. 'Cause I know that the song isn't saying anything new.
You're odd.
Ooh.
Put Petey down. Put him down.
Yeah,
God.
I did. This feels so good, man,
What's
to
that?
not have to worry about having articles up. And
It does, doesn't it? Not have to worry about show
we
prepping.
got the Nance coming at you guys tonight. Okay. I think the last time Nancy was on, I think we talked about the pole shifting, I think. Yeah, we did. I see you. I see a girl. She's saying, yeah, dude. Yeah, that's what it was. What? She's ready to go. She's in the green room right now, I think. Hold on, let me take a look. Yep. She's doing push-ups.
In the green room.
She's doing push-ups. Oh, snap. No? Oh, okay. I know. I walked up 4 flights of stairs today, and I thought I was going to die.
Really? All right, there we go. Logged in.
All right, what's going on, Brother Vincent? We have Linda, Kathy in the Berg, Miss Jamie, John
Jamie.
Doherty. What's up, brother? Roger Rabbit. Wait, did I see Brother Thomas? Miss Dixie.
1 minute.
Heard you're over at Brother Phillips's house today, Miss Dixie.
She came by.
She sure did.
Mm-hmm. Came by to say hello.
She says, well, hello, boys. All right. Hey, Ryan, I love you, buddy. What's up, Deb? Sarah Nichols? Yeah, hear that?
What?
Said I love you, buddy.
Oh, I love you too, man.
Damn it, bro.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. All right, here we go.
Jeez.
Here we go. We'll be right
Make
back.
it so obvious.
A book. So the next thing to do is make this free call right now to Dorrance Publishing and get your free guide to publishing. Call right now.
800-925-7086. 800-925-7086. That's 800-925-7086.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocky Stucci.
And Brother Phillips and myself are right here. We are live. I got the hardcore finger point. I kind of actually felt it go through my neck. It was really weird. But folks, I will tell you that our abnormal makes society... Wait, I screwed that up.
I have no idea what you just said or what you were trying to say.
Abnormalities make us look normal, and we are abnormal.
Society's abnormalities make us look normal.
Yep. You get
I'm
it, dude?
pretty
If you
sure
think
that's an
about it-
impossible task, but okay.
Dude, you can feel that.
I can.
Thank you.
Stop touching me. No. Stop touching me. Really.
Folks, hey, dude, what day is it today?
Today is Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday.
We
it
have some
is.
taco people out there. We do.
We have people that probably need interventions when it comes
From
to tacos.
tacos. Yeah.
It's
Jack in the
concerning.
Box tacos, man. Jack in the Box
Okay.
tacos
As long as we
are
are
the
there.
best.
Okay, hold on.
As
Now.
long as you're drunk.
See, see,
You know what I mean,
Oh
right?
yeah, I felt that though, bro. I felt that. You kind of threw me off a little bit there.
But then you knew. Yeah.
Well, when you said that though, I felt White Castle.
No.
You've never been to White Castle?
I've been to White Castle.
And dude, that ain't the best 2:00 in the morning shop to go to.
Yeah, but we don't have any of those here.
Really?
Yeah. Unfortunately. All right. You're up.
All right. So before the show started, I was telling Brother Ron Phillips about our guest tonight, and that is Nancy Planeta. You guys, anybody who's been following the meatball here knows that I have been friends with Nancy for a very long time on the various different shows that I've done, from politics to the most far off the chart things possible you can talk and discuss about. Nancy's had those conversations with us on the program.
Yeah.
And she is majorly involved in the spiritual world. And I'm going to let her kind of break everything down. She's very much involved in the paranormal world. She is an avid researcher of many things. And she was the one that actually, Mr. Brother Ron frickin' Phillips.
Not John.
Yeah, that slipped. Don't worry about it.
He forgets who his co-host is.
All right, Tony. Don't
All
worry
good.
about it.
It's all good. Go ahead.
Now, what was I saying?
I have no idea. But see, if I interrupt you, then we're screwed.
That was painful as shit.
You were talking about her before the show. You were explaining to me who she was.
Yep. I can't remember now. Thank you.
Do you want to read her bio or you want me to?
No, I don't want nobody to read her bio. I want you to
Okay.
bring her on the screen,
All
and
right.
I want to introduce everybody. Look at that. There she is. She was doing push-ups earlier, and I seen her kind of doing some shadow boxing while she was waiting to come on. But this is my sister right here, a dear friend, a soldier in life, Nancy Planeta. How you doing, girl?
I'm great, Rocky. How are you?
Man, I am so happy. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say.
Oh, now
So
he remembers.
Nancy was the one that tagged me in that information that we just barely freaking touched last night, just to kind of wet everybody's beak. Nancy was the one that tagged me in that information, and I sent it over to Brother Ron Phillips.
Yes, that's correct.
And he lost his shit for about 8 hours. That's all I'm saying. He dove in head first. And Nancy, this is one of the many things you research. And so first, tell us, everybody, who's Nancy and what brings you down the path of trying to understand something like what we covered from that information that you shared with us. I mean, what drives you to that truth?
Okay, well, I've been in the fields of the paranormal, and I call it fields because there's more than one branch of the paranormal. You've got, multiple different studies within and disciplines within the paranormal.
Where am I at about?
You're kind of like me. You're all over the place. You like a good mystery, so
Yeah.
you'll go down all the roads and investigate conspiracy,
See, that's me
UFOlogy, cryptozoology, ghost hunting. Even the
Yeah.
history behind the buildings. It's
Behind the
you're
what?
like me.
Behind the what?
You're always
behind
the buildings, behind the land, behind even the environmental
I just wanted you
issues
to
in the
repeat
area.
that. That's right. Come on, what?
What? Don't even go there with me, Meatball.
Oh,
right.
he does it every show. So
Come on.
He's going to go there eventually.
All right.
Y'all have not been on shows where he and I and Scotty have been together.
Oh, did we talk? Oh,
I don't think we get anything done.
I was introduced to some very interesting things that are done in showers.
During a show?
Yes.
Can you tell me?
Well, waffle stomping is one of them.
Oh my God.
You know what that is?
Yes, that's nasty.
Okay, how much?
How much?
How much, Ron Phillips? For
What's the dollar amount?
For you to waffle stomp.
No.
And let me live stream it.
It's
I gotta
just
get
nasty,
you pinching the
dude.
deuce.
No, it's just nasty.
Really?
It's nasty.
I could put my fingers in my ears and go la 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 la, but I have earphones on, so it's
Yeah,
it
so
doesn't happen.
s-
I
sorry.
have to hear all this.
Sorry,
daily.
Nancy.
All right. So I just want to, as long as we jump subject for a second, we'll get back to this. I just want to tell Nancy something. Nancy, I got to tell you, I've been indulged in this whole paranormal investigation thing for a long time. Explain to me, before we get back onto what we're talking about, explain to me, why is it the more time I'm involved and invested in it, the more, like, we went to the Hill House and I would not go upstairs by myself. The more reserved I am, or the more tense I've become in regards to put myself in certain areas. Is it just
Well,
from experiences, or is it?
It's from experience, and it's also got to do with the energy and the people that surround you at any given moment. If you're there by yourself with somebody you trust greatly and you've been there before with that person, there's more of an at ease.
Oh,
But you're
I
also
don't
under the
trust you
gun
then,
because, well, here's the thing,
Right.
Rocky. You're also
Maybe not.
kind of under the gun because you're a public type figure and you do tell your fans what you've experienced and what you're going through. So it's almost like you have that extra stress or pressure involved when you go into an environment. No, don't give me that look, Meatball. I know how this goes. Yeah, because I've been doing it for years and years and years, and I'm actually, they call me Xanax when I'm in a location because I'm usually very, very, very calm. Not a lot startles me. But I also, you know, this from with Scotty, when you guys were doing an investigation, and I was actually I was watching you on a video
Yep.
past tense
Yep.
and knew beforehand what was going to happen.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
because
And see when
it's
Rocky
like
and I
following
went
sensation.
when Rocky and I went to Hill House, it was less about it was less about being scared and more about trying to laugh it off, because the comedy and the just trying to be funny was relaxing because we were both a little
Here's the
bit
thing.
freaked out.
The most effective investigations you will ever have is when you are being yourself.
Yeah.
And I try to tell people that every investigation, I'm like, stop with the whole, I'm this, I'm that, I'm gonna, oh, evil. No, stop.
Yep.
Put it at the door.
Yep.
You're in an environment where you have to be comfortable. Otherwise, you're going to trigger the environment around you. Okay. So you have to, it's like, I always say, it's like going into your living room. You don't do things that would, if it's a guest living room, you don't do things that would upset that guest. You don't do things to purposefully make the environment strange. It's going to do what it's going to do, regardless of whether or not you're there. It's just whether or not it's going to do it around you and how
Right.
you're going to react to it.
Yeah.
So-
And so I'm afraid though, I mean, I don't like it. And you remember the Big Bang and that experience I've had with John. Okay. So ever
Yep.
since then, my whole reaction has changed, and I don't know if I allowed that to impact me. I'm not saying in a negative way, but I find myself to be more attentive to something really bad could freaking happen any second.
Well, because something tried to attach to you. And that's the other thing, Rocky. I think you've had several experiences now where things have somewhat followed you. I'm not going to say followed you all the way home, but I'm going to say they've attached to you. And
Come
it's
on.
usually a childlike.
Mm.
That's the funny thing. It's like a child. And yeah, but again, I don't know if it's because of the rescue personality you have. I was an EMT, so I understand that aspect of your personality, that wanting to help, wanting to save, wanting to fix. But you've had attachments, and I know that. I've seen it. I've talked to both you and Scotty, and I know that's happened to you before. I think in some ways that scares you too, because you're not exactly sure what is coming home, what can happen as a result of that. Can it affect your family life? Can it affect your stresses at work? Can it affect your kids? Can it affect all these things? And whether or not that goes through your head as a singular moment or it's siphoning through subconsciously, it affects you each time you're in. You've got to, you have to learn. It's almost like a light on, light off. Yes, when you go in, you do draw things, and I'm not. You know that, and I know that. It's like you're a little light bulb moving through the environment. Maybe because
True.
Yeah.
Light bulb.
You deal with life and death in the job that you do.
Yeah.
So again, it almost draws you closer to this. It's like you've seen it, you've experienced it, you understand it. Now you're in the environment.
And as I understand it, once you experience it, you need more of it. You want more of it. You want to dig in.
You can't help it. I think.
And that's my problem.
Go, Nancy. Go. What are you gonna say?
I think you do, but it's more because you're kicking yourself upside the head. When you have an actual experience, you'll walk around for months going, "Did that really happen?
Yeah.
Was I maybe off that night? I saw it maybe differently than it actually
100%.
happened. Am I
And
misinterpreting
that's what I wanted
it?
to
Am I
have
making it-
happen
Yeah.
when we were at Hill House. It did not, but that's what I wanted to have happen. And Rocky knows that. We talked about it before we went there. I wanted to experience something that made me question whether or not I actually saw it, actually
When
heard
that
it.
happens,
Yeah.
you're gonna wish you had never said that,
Oh,
because you'll drive yourself nuts
I'm
trying
sure.
to figure out
Yeah, I'm sure.
exactly what the hell happened.
yeah. Because
It
he said
happened to
that one
us,
time, and I was just like, "Are you sure? Is that something you truly want? I mean, you understand what you're asking for?"
Stop touching
Especially
me,
as-
dude.
As a logical, intelligent person, because the smarter you are, generally, the more it impacts you when you're trying to figure it out.
Oh, crap.
I
That means
had it
I'm dumb as
happen-
hell.
Oh my God, I had it happen to a friend of mine in broad daylight. We had an experience in a location where we heard plain as day somebody walking on the floor above us and a conversation. I mean, as loud could be.
Footsteps.
And
Yeah.
we were the only people in the house besides the caretaker, but we didn't know he was on a different floor than I was. I was on the first floor with the caretaker. He was on the third floor. We all heard the activity on the middle floor, on the second floor. And the caretaker and I looked at each other. We thought it was him. He thought it was us. And he came down the back way. We came out the front, and we're like, what were you doing on the second floor? He goes, oh, I thought that was you. I mean, we heard two male voices.
Oh.
We heard what sounded like a gate with a limp going down the hall as loud as I'm not joking. For the next 3 months, he would call me middle of the night. Are you sure we really heard that? Are you sure there wasn't workmen in that house? I'm like, yeah, I'm positive. We were the only people on the property. Are you sure? Are you I mean, literally, he could not write it within himself because there was no explaining it. There was no getting around it. There was no saying it didn't happen. And it was in the middle of the day. So he's like, I always expected my first experience to be at night. I'm like, why?
Right.
The only difference at night is the fact that you have less interference. That's why things tend to be, you're a little bit more aware of what's going on. During
Nancy,
the day, we're more, affected.
what do you have in your home spiritually?
Oh boy. As far as
Ghosts?
other things besides myself. Yes.
Non-physical
Okay. There's an
things.
elderly woman here. I can tell you that for a fact. She's actually set off all my fire alarms. We actually had to call the fire department. It was really embarrassing. We pulled every fire alarm out, the plugs, the wires, the batteries, everything disconnected, and the alarm was still going off.
What?
Fire department got here. They couldn't explain it. They were just like, after about an hour, we finally got it. It finally stopped on its own. And the guy was just like, okay, we're leaving now. Out the front door.
Because
but yeah.
I asked that because I thought I heard something a couple times in my ears
Tonight?
while she was talking. Something
Really?
from her end. Yeah.
I didn't hear anything, but I wasn't
so
listening.
just timestamp. I don't know how far we're into the show right now, but here. There you go.
Yeah.
It's on your
Well, and
audio
the fun
file
part
now.
is I'm actually in the room where she's usually very active, which is my guest room. I mean, she can be very active in here. You'll hear thudding on the walls at night. You'll hear things moving. It's just
Wow.
I was hearing something a couple minutes ago.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay. Boom. Well,
Yeah,
welcome, old lady who's a pain in the ass to Nancy and never leaves
Well,
her
she actually-
alone.
She died in this house.
Oh, I'm
before
sorry.
We were here, so
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, it's all right because this house before she lived here was a church.
Oh,
Lots of fun
Damn
on this
it.
property.
Wow.
that's weird. So, do you pick up any energy from the church?
No, actually, it's very calming.
Oh,
But I told you this doesn't bother me.
yeah,
It never
no.
did.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I'm
It's
not
just
good at that
energy
anymore.
Continues.
Sometimes I'm at Ron's house and he has a haunted chair, and every time I walk by it, I'm like, "There's a lady sitting in that thing looking at me walking by." I don't. What?
But you've never seen the lady sitting in the chair.
No, I'm not like that. Nancy could probably do that, but
Yeah.
I can't. I feel it.
I'll get flashes. I told you that. Sometimes on a case, and people have said my eyes actually dilate when I do it. Like my eyes go almost like a camera. They dilate in and out. But I have seen, I had one investigation where I saw a young man plain as day in a hallway. I mean, like as solid could be. And I'm like, I blinked and then he was gone. I'm like, oh. Ooh. Excuse me, but
Wow.
was the death in this house perhaps a young man, like maybe about 22, 23, really strong build? Did he kill himself? Because
So
And, yeah, that's what it was.
I know a guy I work with, super religious guy, and he told me a story of something happened a while back, and not too far back, kind of same as your story. A mom went to her son's trailer, knocked on the door. She got let in, and she's like, "What are you doing? Who are you talking to?" She goes, "I was talking to Dad." His dad was there giving him all this advice on life and to take care of mom and to always do the right thing, and it was like a deep, intense conversation. And she goes, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "I was just talking to Dad." And then he turns around and there's nobody there. She came over there to tell him that his dad passed away about a half an hour before that.
Okay, that's freaking weird.
Yeah. Now, this came from a super religious guy who thinks everything I deal with is a demon,
Demon,
right?
Yeah.
no matter what, no matter what. But to him, this story, what he experienced, he said it wasn't a demon. He said this was just, God's gift to him to allow him to say goodbye to his son. I'm like, okay, so that spirit's okay, but mine are all
Well,
demons and shit, bro.
it's kind of like you have to learn. I don't know, when it comes to beliefs like that, you have to kind of learn to incorporate a little bit of science and look at the fact that the soul or the energy that's within you, by the laws of science, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only conduct or what? Change.
Yeah.
That is the law of science.
Oh.
And we don't stand above that law. I mean, we have an electrical current within our body. We have an
Fact.
electromagnetic field around our body.
Powerful
Um,
shit too.
Exactly. But, and then you have actually your DNA is actually built like a semiconductor and it oscillates. So it's creating its own field.
See, that's
I
going
mean,
down
so-
the same path
Yeah.
that article or that document that you sent to Rocky yesterday. I didn't know it came from
That's-
you, but that's
You know
going
why
down
I
that
know
same
that?
path. Yeah.
I know that because 25 years ago, I was researching DNA because I couldn't figure out why I had the dreams I had. I couldn't figure out why I could do certain things that other people could not, why I knew certain things other people did not know. I went down the path of genetics, of DNA, because I knew it was something that was inherited. It had come down through the female line of my family. Although my uncle had it, my son has it. But it's very powerful dreams, and I could be wide awake and have a waking moment where I'll just flash over and see something.
Is there a correlation or a connection between what you're dreaming and what's going on in the world?
There can be. In fact, I've said it many, many times. I don't understand sometimes why I'm shown what I'm shown
Yeah.
because I can't do anything about it.
Mm.
I've seen school shootings, the Northern Illinois school shootings. I did that in front of a chat room full of about 500 people. I told them my dream. I told them in 2 days it's going to happen. I described what I saw, what I smelled, where I was.
Oh.
I didn't know I was in Illinois. I knew I was in the center of the country. I described the brick building that they were in, that the shooting occurred in. I mean, the smell inside. I even described some of the victims because one of them was next to me in the dream.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, and
And
I
this
did
was-
this with a room, like a whole chat room full of people. It
This
in
was
writing.
2 days before it happened.
Yep. And I told him it'll be within 48 hours because that's how my dreams work. It's always a manifestation within 48 hours or
Did you know it
saga
was a
dream.
school shooting from your
Yes.
dream? Oh
a
man,
1,000%.
I don't want dreams
holy
like
crap!
that. I want to dream
No,
about
you think I
butterflies.
wanted it? I mean, and then I said to them, please don't. I mean, because oh my God, at least I'm in Florida, so they couldn't exactly pin that one on me. But I was like, do you know how scary it is to know, and I knew it was that type of dream because when I dream of an event like that, I always say it's like the dream is on crack.
Oh.
Everything has this like afterglow. All of my senses are hyper amped. Like I could smell the gunpowder residue. I could smell blood.
Oh.
It's like I'm in a hyper state.
Yep.
Like everything's in hyperdrive.
Geez, that is
Um,
lucid dreaming, isn't it? Holy crap!
It really is in a way. But I
Wow.
can tell you that anybody who's been with me when I have these dreams will also tell you that my body heats up to the point where you can see heat waves coming off of me. Like I have an immense fever or something when I'm dreaming, but I don't.
Oh, whoa. Okay. So
Were you ever contacted by the authorities because so many people knew you knew that before?
I worked with authorities in New York
Yeah.
and once in Georgia with missing children. So yeah, they are aware that I can do certain things,
Mhm.
but it's not. I always say it's not on command. Like sometimes I can help, sometimes I can't help. It's not always on command. The only one I can say there was the Kaylee Anthony case. I actually didn't get involved in that, but I did know where her body was, and I actually
Really?
wrote it down. Yeah, I actually still have it, the document I wrote, and I said she'll be discovered 1 month from the day of me writing this, and she was. And I literally, I mean, yeah, Scotty's seen that document, Scotty Roberts.
I don't
Yeah.
want that. I mean, it's a
That seems like
blessing and
it
a
seems
curse.
like a burden
Dude.
to some
It
extent.
is.
Yeah.
No, it is. In fact, I can tell you, I know we don't touch politics on this show, but I can tell you I've dreamt of what's happening and how it's going to turn out.
Oh,
I dreamt it
wow.
on 11/11/2016.
Wait a minute. Has it
Okay.
happened yet? Has
The
it happened
day
yet?
Trump was elected. a lot of it has come true so far. And
Well,
it's
what's
written
coming
down.
up? Go ahead. Just drop. Give us something.
Nope.
Come on. What?
I can tell you that the way I ended the dream, because when I have an epic dream like that, a monologue dream, it almost comes out like poetry when I write it down.
Oh,
And I have it. I have it. I think I've sent you the document of that
You
dream
might have.
where it's literally dated, everything.
just
But in
CC
the end, I
Ron and all.
said
Yeah,
that-
if you, I started saying if you send it to
I
him,
literally said
shoot me a
the Pope-
copy.
I would. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I said
please.
The Pope was going to
Pope?
call on his basically his soldiers to defend him,
Yeah.
but it was an unjustifiable defense for 2,000 years of abuse. And then I said that there was going to be an object moved throughout our skies that was not going to be able to be denied anymore. And I said at the end,
Oh.
Elohim will manifest in its truest form, which is God.
Oh.
So, yeah, but I can tell you before that, the beginning of the dream, I'm talking about the dragon rearing its head.
Mhm.
I mean, that's China, as you all know. I mean, we didn't. In 2016, was anybody talking about China?
Nope. We were.
No. Well, I was, because I was pissed off because of Guccifer
Oh,
being
yeah.
ignored.
Yeah.
I was, because again, I'm a CEH. I'm a certified ethical hacker. I have my CISP, which is my professional certification. And I can tell you that when Guccifer went to trial and he was basically telling everybody, oh, DNC servers, yeah, I was on there. That was me. But I didn't see Russia on there. That was China's. China was sitting on that damn server with me, not Russia.
Oh.
And it got totally
See,
ignored.
I'm all into that kind of stuff, Nancy.
Yeah.
I'm an IT guy, but I'm not cybersecurity, although that's what the degree I'm working on now is. But I'm excited about that kind of stuff. So yeah, that and that letter, the document you sent to Rocky, I dug all into it. Found out that the document he sent me was missing a
You
page.
should see the Tesla files. You should see the Tesla files from
Oh,
the
I
FBI
bet.
vault.
I bet.
I can send you those.
Please
Yeah.
shoot them.
We,
I will spend freaking hours digging into that.
we got about 30 seconds before we got to be out, folks. Nancy
We haven't even
Planeta.
talked about Gateway.
Oh, we're
We're
going there.
We're gonna get there.
Come
We're gonna
on.
get there.
Folks, hey, this is our girl Nancy. You guys know her from the Situation Room, from Abnormal Realities, from the Rocky Stucci
Yep, Nancy,
Show,
hang
from
with us. We'll be
EBN
right
Talk
back.
Radio. Our girl Nancy. Boy, we got so much more to talk about. There might be a part 2 to this interview, ladies and gentlemen. Rob Phillips, Rocky Stucci. We're going to twerk during the commercial
No,
break,
we're not.
so don't watch us. We love you.
No.
All of you except you right over there.
RomikaDesigns.com, InsaneCustomTumblers.com. Go out, check it out. We have some exciting news coming about those companies in the very near future. We'll see you in 2 minutes. At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logo designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at RomikaDesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and would be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@RomikaDesigns.com, or visit us on the web at RomikaDesigns.com.
Abnormal realities.
All right. So let's see. Oh, this is a cool one. You may affect magnetic phenomena that makes credit cards unreadable after you've been carrying them. Do you have a problem with your credit cards?
I do not.
He is not a slider.
I'm not a slider.
All right. And number everything that's no more numbers.
What are you doing? I'm just thinking about how much of a train wreck we are.
Give me a hug.
No, I'm not hugging you. God, how long is this show gonna go? Can't believe you got to the end of the story and you went, humana. There are no more numbers. What?
I thought there's another one. I tried playing it out. It just rolled over on me.
Abnormal realities.
Every time I look at the clock, the break gets further away. I don't understand.
With Ron and Rocky. 8 p.m. Eastern, Mojo 50.
Welcome back to Abnormal Realities, folks. I'm Ron Phillips. That is Rocky Stucci.
And make sure, remind Ron every day at 7:03 p.m. to push the damn button.
Yep, I forgot tonight. For all those on iHeartRadio, I apologize. We got kicked in about 2 minutes late, so that's my error. I apologize. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great guest tonight. Her name is Nancy Planeta, the WiccanVixen. And see, I got to ask about that, Nancy. I want to find out what in the hell and where the WiccanVixen came into play.
Oh!
WiccanVixen's been around for longer than most of the young people probably listening. have been around.
Probably.
It was my first handle on the internet in the 1990s. I'm an old IRC jockey.
Gotcha.
I actually helped build and run the original Ghost Hunters chat for Taps. So, I mean, that's
fantastic.
That's kind of my history there. But I'm what's considered a witch, but I'm not a Wiccan of the familiar variety. I'm not an Alexandrian. I'm not a Gardenian. I am basically a very eclectic pagan. I do believe in an overall creator, but I'm not sure how I want to identify that. I do believe in energy. I believe there's good, there's evil. And I believe we make a choice, a conscious choice every day to do good or evil, accept good or evil, or blind ourselves to it. I try to live in a balance of things. I know I'm going to make mistakes, but I also try to rectify those mistakes. So I try to stay within a balance. But I will not put myself under the branch of any particular religious belief. I'm a very much a naturalist.
That was not a sound at her house. That was her tapping the desk.
Were you tapping the desk?
I don't have a desk.
That was not her tapping the desk, dude.
I heard tapping a desk.
Yeah. What was that, though? Just what was that noise?
I bet it was the dog.
Was
scratching.
it the dog?
No, the dog's fast asleep. She's right here. She's
I heard
me
it.
on a couch.
I heard.
I did too. I thought it was her tapping the desk, but it was probably the dog scratching. See, that's me. That's me
here's
trying
my
to.
laptop right here.
That's what it sounded like right there. Do that again. Do that again.
Yeah, it wasn't that loud.
It wasn't that loud.
It was
Okay,
deeper.
do it soft. Just tap it.
No.
A little louder.
I'm telling you, it was the dog.
No, it wasn't.
It was the dog. The dog was scratching.
The dog is literally fast.
I looked at Rocky.
The dog. The dog is fast asleep.
We're gonna rewind
right
it.
Yeah.
We'll have to go back and listen to it. That was kind of crazy.
I'm telling you, dude.
My little girl.
I hear voices in Nancy's
There's
house.
actually 3 dogs in this house. The other 2 are asleep with their daddy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I have a teacup chihuahua just like you.
Oh. No.
Yeah.
He has the teacup. It's a little shit too.
Yeah, she's
2.3
tiny.
pounds.
Tiny. Yeah,
mine's 2.3.
2.3 is what ours is. Yep, 2.3.
Dude, that's
she's
musky
a
bait.
little fawn.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dude, you can
she's
use that
a
for
little
shark
shithead.
fishing.
She
I
is.
love her, but she's a shithead.
Thank you. That's I think all tiny chihuahuas like that are shitheads. I don't know why they are.
I have my middle dog is a Pomchi. He's my oldest. He's actually 14, but he's Pomeranian Chihuahua mix. My teacup led him into a gopher hole, which is about 4 or 5 feet deep.
Sweet.
He's blind. So she led him over there. He fell into the gopher hole. She looked down, walked away, left him there.
Yeah, she did.
I'm like, you little asshole.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what ours is. She got locked in the pantry last night.
She sure did, and she deserved every freaking minute.
We couldn't find her. We were freaking out.
Yep.
So that's the kind of dog that goes in the backyard and some large bird carries it off.
Yep.
We didn't know.
Yeah, with this
Well, I
one,
have a
with this
farm.
one nail.
I'm in like a really rural area purposefully. But yeah, we have quite a bit of land. We have chickens and everything else. And yeah, the teacup is
What?
You didn't hear that?
No.
Son of a bitch.
What are you hearing
Dude,
in your
I'm hearing
earphones?
something in my brain.
I guess so. I didn't hear anything.
See, I think my elderly guest has the hots for Rocky.
I think she probably
what up,
does.
girl?
Who doesn't? Who doesn't have the hots for Rocky?
Oh my
What
God.
up? What up,
Please.
young lady?
Oh, sit down.
I
dude.
like popcorn.
With butter.
We are
apparently.
going to have a conversation with your wife about your inability to twerk. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, I got moves.
That's right. You
You
can't
got-
do the Tootsie Roll. You ain't nothing.
No.
Don't make me put it on right now. I
Nancy,
heard it again.
so Nancy, let's talk about the gateway experience or the gateway process.
Well, it was the Gateway Project. It was actually a CIA project. And I I know they're going to say that because it's been disclosed that it is no longer active, which is a crock of crap. And I
Hell,
can
the
tell you
Monroe
that for a
Institute
fact.
is still active and still
Oh,
offering the Gateway
so
experience
is
or
the
Gateway
Rhine Research
process.
Center. And the
Yeah.
thing is they used to recruit out of the Rhine. I know that because I participated with the Rhine years ago. So yeah, they do recruit. They look for people who understand they have gifts that are either latent or sometimes active.
Yeah.
And there are people, I will tell you that the military, as well as the CIA, have always picked people who had either a genetic history of this type of thing or a certain blood type or had showed a predilection to being able to do certain things. They always said that people who were better at the Gateway program, or as you might have seen, Stargate was part of Gateway. I think you probably read that if you read the paper. Did you know that the Stargate program was part of Gateway?
I did not know that because that's not in that document that I
Yeah.
remember reading.
Yeah. Stargate, which is the remote viewing program, is actually one of the steps within the Gateway program. It's I want to say it's level 12, and level
Focus
15
12.
would
Yeah. Focus 12
right.
and Focus 15. Yeah.
Correct. Focus 15 is the ability to go into the past.
Past. And Focus 21 is the future. I think they said
Future,
very
correct.
few, if any, have ever gotten that
Oh,
far.
dude, right here.
Yeah.
Dude, I am going there. Right there.
Yeah.
Bro.
But what do you? Okay, so Rocky, so what do you do that when that happens naturally? Like I said, with me, when I dream, what do you think? Where do you think I'm going? I'm not going in the past usually. I'm not going backwards.
No,
I'm
you're
going forward.
you're Focus 21 to me. That's what it sounds like, you know.
And I don't know why.
Yeah.
But like I said, I do know it is an inherited thing. It goes back in my family. I know I'm the only one that's focused on it a tremendous amount to try to figure it out because
Right.
it bothers me. I want to know why it's always within a 48-hour window, unless it's a saga dream. And when I always tell people there's a difference here, there's all different types of dreams that you have. You have metaphorical ones that can show you a future. You have direct connects, what I call direct connects, where you see it directly. You're there, you're experiencing it. And that is generally a 48-hour window. But then there's what I call a saga, where it repeats. Every night. It keeps repeating. So if I have a dream and I have it again the second night, I'm like, uh-oh, this isn't going to be a 48
Now,
hour. This is
does
a
that
different
happen?
time frame.
Does that saga continue until something happens?
Yeah, it starts. I had with Hurricane Katrina again, and this was witnessed by many people, including Scotty Roberts. With Hurricane Katrina, I had a dream that started. The way it started was I had a dream of Mount Rushmore with no faces.
Oh.
Okay. And then the dream progressed, and I was shown all different things in this dream. I was shown gas lines that were disrupted. I was shown silos in fields that were red. Then I was shown the CDC building. I was shown all these different things in this dream. And as like 4 weeks after the dream started, I was having it every single night, same dream over and over and over again, waking up in a sweat because I knew something horrible was going to happen. I just didn't know what. 4 weeks to the day, I get up the next morning. I have the dream, and I wake up the next morning, and I'm checking my AOL because at that time we were all
AOL,
on
bitch,
AOL.
is what?
So
Represent.
yeah, and it was still dial-up, which sucked because and welcome, you have mail.
Welcome,
Okay, great.
you have mail.
Well, when it would do the welcome screen would come on, and it would show you the news, like the news for the day.
Correct. Yeah.
And here on my, sorry, I'm pulling this out. That you're going to hear a click because I had to readjust it. On my main screen was a huge picture of Mount Rushmore with no faces. And below it was this little subtitle. It says, Mount Rushmore due for a facelift. And I went ice cold because I was like, okay, this is the start. This is the start. Whatever's coming, it's going to be here within a couple weeks. This is it. This is the beginning of the events.
Mm-hmm.
Each night, some part of my dream would manifest the next day, and that would stop. So I didn't dream Mount Rushmore again. Next day, I didn't dream this again. I didn't dream that again. About 2 days before Katrina, because we weren't sure where she was going at that point. She was coming down by Miami at that point. I had a dream about this spinning monster and then swamps, and like it was tearing up the underside of the swamps, and then just water, walls of water. And then I saw, right before I woke up, I saw It's the craziest thing. Dolphins in a swimming pool.
Oh.
Okay, and this is all recorded. This is all written down because I used to catalog it in the Ghost Hunters chat. I used to tell everybody, this is, oh shit, this happened now. So there was a written catalog of it. Sure enough, Katrina hits, and she hits New Orleans. And of course, we all know the levees break.
Yep.
But what we're not thinking about, and what was coming across the news that day as things were being reported, was what about the cotton field? What about the harvest for the cotton? Because that's a big cotton area there. Those were the silos I was seeing. It was showing
Right.
silos on the news. I'm like, shit. Then we were talking about the gas lines, because believe it or not, from Chicago south, going all the way down the Mississippi, there are these huge natural gas lines that run underneath
Yep,
it.
yep.
Makes it very, very, very dangerous. Okay, because if anything had been tipped, the whole area could go up, going all the way down the Mississippi. So they were worried about the gas lines. Then it shows helicopter view going over Gulfport, Mississippi, as the storm had gone inland, and you're looking down, you're looking at dolphins in a swimming pool. On top of that, the CDC was very active they were the first ones back in. And I know that because I was actually part of the cleanup of Katrina. I was there as emergency services, worked with, in fact, the Army when I was there. I had my coin and everything. But the CDC was in there. You want to know why? Because there are 2 level 4 biochemical plants in New Orleans. And they
Not a
had
good place for
been
them.
breached. Oh, you didn't hear about that on the news though, did you? Both those plants had been breached.
Son of a
So
bitch.
there was, oh yeah, yep. So
Kinda makes me wanna
again,
fight somebody.
Kind of makes
made
you
me
want to
very-
fight somebody.
Why would you
It made
put
me
something?
very
Because
angry.
there's vulnerabilities to anybody who
oh, they're
lives.
still there.
You know what I
Rocky,
mean?
They're still there because the
still there.
vulnerabilities were supposedly not really there.
Shit.
Then they supposedly fixed them.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
I mean, it's just, there are a lot of those places like that around our country that people just are not aware of.
I'm not living next to the sea and being lower than sea level.
That's a fact,
You're in a
yeah.
bowl.
Yeah, you're in a bowl.
Freaking New
Yeah.
Orleans, you're literally in a basin.
Ain't
You're in a
happening.
bowl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Couldn't happen. I
Texas.
mean, and here's the thing. I am a history buff. You know that, Rock. I love history, but I like real history. I don't like what they feed us in the history books.
Dude,
what they're
everything she
told to
does
tell
is
us.
right up my freaking alley. I love this.
Damn it.
I am a history nut myself.
Oh,
and all your
want real history though.
Yeah, absolutely. Real history.
Like I'm one of these spoilers. I get the Myrtle's plantation, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So Humpty Dumpty here goes to the Myrtle's plantation. And of course the people I'm with are like, oh cool, the witch is going. She makes activity crank up and then she's just all casual about it. So I did some homework before I go. And I'm like, okay, so this Chloe person never even existed. It's a bullshit story. The whole thing, excuse me, beep. Sorry,
You're good,
beep
you're
it
good.
out. It's not true. There's no history here there's nothing that even corroborates any of it.
So it's all a
So
story.
it's all a story. But yes, when I was there, did I feel like I was zapped back in time? Yes, I did. And that's usually a good sign because that means there's activity. Did I absolutely feel presence there? Yes, but not so much in the main house. Definitely out by where the slave quarters were. Definitely on the property. So again, it's a hit or miss. But I do not like going in under false pretenses anywhere.
Right.
I want to know,
Yep.
especially
what
I
the
think
real facts are.
But here, this is
Yeah.
what separates people like you in this field, though, is that you are doing real investigative work. And I'm not mocking anybody at all, not even close, that just want to go for that experience, right? But when you dive deep, kind of like Steve DeShavi does on the Death Files, he's going and ripping it up. That dude is tearing it up and coming up with every freaking thing that has happened on that property for the existence of it almost.
Correct. Even before its existence, because 90% of the time you're going to have something, like
Right.
I say, even in Florida. I mean,
But-
Florida,
but-
we're a bunch of swampland.
Here's the difference, though, is that when you actually start understanding the real history, you become emotionally involved into that story. So you talk about frequencies and energies and all that stuff. Well, now you're emotionally invested because now you know tragedies, real incidences. So now you're going to go approach that location with a different level of sincerity, maybe, or empathy, maybe, or an emotion that they can attach to.
I think some people are successful when it comes to having an experience, or I don't even want to see. I hate when we talk about evidence in this field, because to
Mm-hmm.
me it's very, how can you produce evidence for something that cannot be defined?
Right.
Okay, again, I'm a very logical person, and I say, well, we can't define what exactly we're experiencing. So, how do you come up with evidence to something that's undefined? And people say, well, it's a ghost. Well, I don't like that word. I hate that word. And it's like I hate the word, psychic. I can't stand that
Right,
word because
right.
I don't think it actually encapsulates what is going on. Well, and I've said to people, you don't even know if what we're experiencing isn't just an amplification of a dimensional anomaly.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
because
Yeah.
that's what it actually feels like to me. It's like we're moving within fields, and that what is there is moving in its own dimensional reality while we're moving in this dimensional reality.
Right. Right.
Gateway actually kind of works with that in many
It does.
ways, because if Gateway is correct, and if it's true, you're sending an energy form of yourself into the past or into the future, which would make a presence. It does not matter if the presence is visible or invisible. It's still a form of energy that is now in a place it was not in before.
Mhm.
It's going to affect that location. Um,
Hmm.
and it's funny, it's a little experiment you guys should probably do next time you investigate. Do you guys have a FLIR camera?
A
Rocky,
what?
you're a firefighter. You should be able to get your hands on a FLIR. Do you have a
Yeah.
FLIR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Go on an investigation and piss him off as best you can. Get him as angry as you possibly can, and turn the FLIR on him.
Who?
Me.
Oh, me piss Ron off?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
easy.
Or actually, Rocky's probably the easier one to piss off.
I'm on it.
Joking.
I'm on it.
Shut up, Ron.
And then turn on the camera.
Turn the FLIR on it. You're going to see that while he should be showing red because his body temperature is elevating, right? So he should be showing as yellow red.
Yeah.
If he's really angry, he's going to show as black.
Hell yeah. What?
That's true. That's true.
So what does that
It's the
mean?
darkness
That
coming
means
out of my
that
soul.
his energy is now almost like a black hole.
Oh!
It's sucking in. It's a vortex. That's why I always tell people, do not ever go into a haunted location pissed off. Don't ever go in there upset, emotional. Women,
That's right.
don't go in there if you're menstruating. And I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm
No,
just saying you are
preach it.
hormonally not in a good place.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
Oof.
It's going to affect how you see, how you react, and what you do next.
I'm afraid to be
So-
around women when they're having their time.
Like,
Like, I don't even know how to start conversations.
I'm not even going to go there.
I'll be like,
Good for you, Rocky.
hi.
You know, it's strange. This is actually a conversation Raphael and I had the other night, because he never knew when I had mine. Because I'm actually a very passionate person, but I'm not I guess I'm very regulated when it comes to emotions. I can control my emotions very, very well.
I can't.
He's like,
Ron,
I never knew. He's like, you never got angry. You didn't get teary. He's like, he said, once in a while you'd say, God, my stomach hurts or something like that. He goes, but nothing out of it,
Yeah.
no action out of the ordinary. And then you've got my daughter, and she's like the freaking Tasmanian devil.
Ooh,
I mean,
what?
She's just like, oh, she grows claws,
Oh,
horns, and everything else. And I'm like,
Son of a
honey, take something.
bitch.
Holy crow. I mean,
Damn.
that can't be normal.
Well, I
That
don't.
can't be normal.
I mean, how do you get? And I mean,
I know. I
when
know
you
you're trying to
menstruate.
drag me into this whole conversation. Number one, I don't menstruate. But
I
number
get
two,
a little crabby.
I
You know what I'm
don't-
saying?
I
Get a
stay
little
the
crabby.
hell away from all of that. In this, I'm the only dude in this house
Only dude.
of about
Did you
4
have
women.
a sympathetic pregnancy, Rocky? When Lisa was carrying your children, did you have a sympathetic pregnancy?
Yes, I did. As a matter of
And you
fact.
just like, oh God, I'm so nauseous.
No. No. I was having more physical. I will smack the shit out of you right now, freaking Phillips.
Yeah.
No, it was
See what I
closer.
do? I come on the show and I just cause all sorts
Oh,
of fun.
it's all night every night.
I was getting son of a bitch. I was getting the stomach pains when she was getting close to birth, but I was super freaked out, Nancy. I mean, I was freaking the shit out because when I looked at her stomach, what she thought was like the most beautiful thing on the planet, I seen an alien moving underneath her
yeah.
skin. It looked like this. She's like, "Oh my god, look, it's so cute."
No, trust me. Even though the words coming out of her mouth were "Look, it's so cute," what's going on inside her head is, "Oh my God, just what the? Okay, stop moving."
Yeah.
And she had a C-section, and I'm so glad that I did not have to experience her pooping kids out at all. I didn't want to see it. It was weird to see her guts in a big silver popcorn bowl because I like popcorn so much, but I was okay after that. Thank you.
Well, again,
Texas.
see, and I've had, I've had two children. I had my daughter who was a C-section because of a car accident, and then my son who was a VBAC because they said, "Oh, look, you have great hips. Yeah, good history with childbearing with the family, so you should be just fine."
Oh yeah, just right out.
No, 3 days later,
Ooh.
and 10 pounds, 6.5 ounces later, and yeah, like 42 stitches to put me back together.
God.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the doctor goes, "Oh, we didn't realize he was that big." I'm like,
Oh, really, bro? Why don't you
You
shit a
didn't
bowling
get
ball
it?
out your ass and I'll say I thought it was a golf ball. I'm sorry.
Not
and he
even.
was 23 inches long. So, I mean, he just kept coming out. It was like, holy shit.
Oh, I don't ever want to poop, kids. Thank you, Jesus. Thank
That was my
you.
last one.
He
I was
knew
done
that.
after
He knew that, Rocky. That's why.
Woo.
And now
That's
I've
why
got
he gave you an
7
Audi
grandkids.
instead of an Annie.
So you know what I want to do, Nancy? Because I got a bunch of tens units at home. I want to tens up Ron Phillips in the abdomen area,
No.
like he's
Hell
going
no.
through birth,
Pains.
live on the show.
I will lose every bit of stuff in my bowels. I'm not doing it.
I'm recording it live.
No,
You ever
you're
have a
not.
kidney stone?
No, ma'am. Thank God.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, just picture a 10-pound kidney stone. And that's pretty much what you're going to go through.
Jeez.
I don't even want a little piece of sand.
Look,
crawling
women
through
are
me.
amazing when it comes to childbirth.
Yeah, we love
amazing.
Oh, dude, now I go vicarious, man. I have 7 grandkids. I'm like,
Ooh,
wrap them up, take them home.
damn.
So, Nancy, you do a couple of radio shows. Are they on hiatus right now?
Right now, Down the Rabbit Hole and the Vixen's Vault are both on
Okay.
hiatus. But I do.
I've
I'm
carried
very open-
carried both of those shows on my other network, I think.
Yep.
Odyssey.
Yep. With oh my God. Oh Lord, I can't. Russ.
Russ
With
has.
Russ. I couldn't think of Russ's name for a minute there. But yeah, right now I've been with Telegram since it was in beta. Rocky, you know that.
Yeah.
I've been on Telegram since the beginning of Telegram. I am now part of 6 or 7 channels, actually 7 channels, but about 4,000 people that I am the lead admin. I control the channels. I do all the work on the channels. We do live broadcasts on the channels. We record them. And they're all different types of subject matter. I mean,
Tell
a lot
us,
of it
tell
is
us.
political. Well, a lot of it is political. It's people who got displaced when Parler went down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, I have a channel that's almost 2,000 strong of just people who were displaced from Parler.
Mm.
And it's just basically people who think alike, want to talk, are scared, are worried. It's just kind of a support system. And then, of course, we keep up with events that are going on.
Oh, Deb Treadway in our YouTube channel. She said that her words, not mine. She says, I pooped 2 kids, Rocky, with no epidural, old-fashioned way. She just straight up no pain meds, no epidural. Just said, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm having a baby."
My ex-wife.
Oh.
No,
did 3
my
of them like
second
that.
child was
No, bro.
Yeah, Anthony, my 10-pound, 6-ounce baby, no epidural, no painkillers. I mean, I chose to go all natural because I wanted to experience childbirth after my first one being a C-section
Oh,
because I was knocked out for that. It was an emergency C-section.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have the natural experience, man. 3 days later, I broke my mother's finger. My mother was my birthing coach. And she was, "Oh, honey, you're fine. You're fine." Crunch. Broke
like,
her
do they
finger. She
offer
ended up down in the
counseling for that
ER.
afterwards? I mean, is there like a certain kind of like support group you
No.
can go see?
No, because
No, they
guess what?
offer sleep.
Oh,
I was going to say, and I actually signed myself out of the hospital against doctor's orders after 18 hours. So, because I
Oh,
hate
good Lord.
hospitals. Yeah.
dude, I
but,
would just
I
tell
mean,
the doctor if
it's
I was
kinda-
pooping out a kid, I'll just be like, you know what? Just put me to sleep, dude. I don't care what you do. Just give me an
Yeah.
IV. Let me count down from 100. Let me try to get to
Jeez.
97. And just,
It's like out of sight, out of mind.
no
It
way.
literally is. Like it's like a couple hours later, you're just like, I'm good. I'm cool. Yeah, yeah, I'm a little sore on the bottom end, but I'm cool.
Oh. I tried watching a video of a lady giving birth one time with me and my 3 boys, and I didn't even make it like 4 minutes in because I seen a whole bunch of fluid. And it
Oh no, even my daughter. When my daughter had my first grandchild, I was just like, I looked at her husband. I was like, "That's all you, boy. That is all you. I am out. Bye." You created it. Now you can watch it.
A
Go
whole
ahead.
bunch of fluid. That's great, Rocky.
It was disgusting, bro. I mean, it was colorful.
Oh yeah.
On a couple of mine, man, I was like right there with the catcher's mitt going, come on, baby.
No.
Yep.
All right. So what do you got coming up, girl? You got any oh, this is something I was going to ask you really quick. We got 3 minutes
Yeah.
before we have to be out. Have you ever done any type of ceremony work at a location to maybe
In order to
help
for
things
paranormal?
waking up a little bit?
No.
Have
No.
you ever closed
I won't-
anybody
I
else's
refuse
work?
to do that.
How about closing other people's work?
Now that here's the thing. I'll let people know if there's an incompletion there.
Mm-hmm.
99.9% of the places I go to, I demand if I'm there in the presence as a practitioner, as a witch, I make sure that the client absolutely knows what I am and what that means. Why? Because if I go there and something occurs and I make contact or something happens and I'm trying to push something away from the house, if they don't know what I am and then find out after the fact, I have just created a strain in that environment that's not even funny. It's a huge responsibility. And I always tell people whether or not something stays or leaves is up to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not up to me. I can do boo ha ha ceremony, bing bing bing, hit the thing. You know, I can drive it away with smoke because actually on a scientific level, smoke does work. But it's only temporary.
Right.
What draws it there and what keeps them there and what actually gives them the energy to be active is the energy within the house. And 99.9% of the time, it's a negative energy that's going to feed.
Yep.
That's what's going to cause the activity. If it's positive energy causing the activity, you're in pretty good shape because it's not going to give it the kind of strength that negative energy would give it.
Right.
So if you truly want this thing gone, shape up your life.
Shape it up,
Put
people.
you know what? Put your life together. Be honest with yourself with what your problems are. What whether it be marital, familial. Put yourself together. Face your own demons, and the demons will be gone.
Gone.
We got about 30 seconds, Nancy. Where can everybody find you?
Right now, you guys can find me on Telegram. I'm in multiple chats there. Parlor Hub chat, Parlor Research chat. I'm in the Raiders chat.
All under WiccanVixen?
Yep. In fact, I'm WiccanVixen across the board. On Facebook, however, I'm under Charlotte Pagnotta. Why?
Don't worry
Well,
about it.
because Facebook deplatformed me twice.
Of course they did. Girl, we love the hell out of you. Thank you so much. Folks, this will not be the last time you see our girl
And stay with
Nancy.
us. We'll be right back to you after the show.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ron wants to talk about a bunch of different things with like history and
Yeah,
stuff.
we do.
And,
Absolutely, we
do. And we got to talk about the North Pole, and then we got to talk about Yellowstone. Because it's the volcano.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, dude, it's real.
I'm
It's
sure it
risen
is.
12 inches to
Okay,
ground.
all
It's
right,
breathing,
man.
Ron.
All right.
Folks, abnormalrealities.com. We love the hell out of each and every one of you. RomikaDesigns.com, InsaneCustomTumblers.com. Folks, big shit happening right here.
Big stuff happening.
Come on, Phillips.
Yeah,
Take
guys,
us home.
Guys, we will see you tomorrow night. We've got special guest Scotty Roberts joining us tomorrow night right here on Abnormal Realities. Find us at abnormalrealities.com. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.